New CEO is laying out company-wide changes in the wake of the massive recall linked to at least 12 deaths. The automaker is facing congressional and even criminal probes now. So in a video released Monday, CEO Mary Barra says her company is now moving faster, more quickly to fix potential problems. Here's what she said.
Something went wrong with our process in this instance, and terrible things happened. As a member of the GM family and as a mom with a family of my own, this really hits home for me.
So GM has come under fire for not issuing the recall until last month, even though the company admits that its engineers knew about the problem to some degree as early as 2004. And Barra's comments came the same day that GM announced another round of large-scale recalls. And so this has been an early challenge for Barra, who took the reins at GM just a few months ago in January. So do you think that maybe because she's a woman, maybe because she's the first woman as the head, maybe because she's a new CEO, do you think the board of directors will give her more leeway? Will the media grant her kind of a easier ride on this in this instance? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sure that she'll be given any extra
grace.
Yeah, consideration because she is a woman. You know, and I'm not sure that she'd want any. Most women who have fought their way to the top want to be treated
for the right reasons.
Exactly the way any other person at the top would be treated. You know, it's unfathomable to me that GM could have waited so long and not have taken care of this thing. And I'm just happy to see that now on this recall involving the airbags that they are jumping right on it.
Robert, what about you? Do you think they'll handle this just the way they would any other?
Well, the company's got a major crisis communications issue. I mean, this is a huge, like a Tylenol case. So she has to get out there and talk about this. But I have to say, over the years of covering cases like this, I mean, this sounds cruel and cold, but oftentimes these companies, it's a financial calculation in which they examine, well, what would be the cost of doing all these repairs versus what we might suffer later in lawsuits. That kind of thinking comes into effect.
Sure, you know it does. You know it does. So that equation, that formula evidently equaled, well, let's wait, let's hold off. We don't need to make an announcement until, you think there's a number at which this number of deaths, we've got to do the recall now? Is it that severe?
The key is probably, can they prove it?
Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of factors, I'm sure. Yeah.
We will know that if there is sincerity to her words when we see what kind of defense General Motors puts on in these cases. You know, if you see them come in and they start raising issues about if it was driver fault and all of a sudden, that's usually what happens in these cases. So we'll find out.